What's going on, everybody? Jacob here, back with another video. I've gone through a few renditions of this and haven't really liked any of them, so I'm hoping that this impromptu lunch recording works out. I apologize for any background noise, but I really didn't want it to be in my house. It seemed kind of boring. And I wanted it to be in New York City because ultimately this channel is about New York City and, you know, being an artist in New York City. It's been quite some time since my last video, and really, I don't know, I guess I've just needed some time to think about my work and needed really some time to think about where I want this channel to go. Not really ashamed to admit that I didn't really think about what I extensively wanted to do with this channel before I hopped on in. You know, I have a lot of ideas, but I didn't have quite a plan to make it happen. On top of that, I just went to India, and it was such a great experience. I'm totally going to end up going again, and it really was a much needed creative jumpstart. But as awesome as that was, you know, that definitely throws a curveball if you're trying to start a YouTube channel. But besides that, it created a lot of really new work and a lot of stuff that I'm currently kind of going through right now, and really excited to see some additions to some current projects. But on top of it, also, you know, creating new work, it gave me some opportune time to revisit and kind of rethink some projects that were giving me some trouble, especially my NYC work. Lately I've been feeling, you know, really lost with my NYC work, kind of just grinding the same routine. It's not really been doing it for me. I've just been doing a lot of shooting, which is great, but I've been shooting, I've been developing, you know, and then I do some scanning, and then I post. And it's a great routine if you're working on something, but if you really have no goal in mind, it's just kind of going through the steps, and it can be really empty feeling. I kind of just found myself frustrated because I was really just posting my best photos, my greatest hits, and I wasn't really developing all these projects that I was trying to work on and, you know, make happen. I've been trying to make a New York zine for a while now, and I just don't really have, I have rough ideas, but nothing has honed in so far. And, you know, it's not what I wanted. And going to India, it created the time. I had two really long flights, one, you know, two India and obviously one back, both about 14 hours apiece. And it really gave me the opportunity to revisit, you know, all my film scans from essentially when I got to New York City to now. I kind of just started sorting through it with a new eye, you know, just not really any goal in mind, but just pulling things that I just liked for whatever reason. And it really got the gears rolling again, and I realized that there's like a whole nother layer to my work, and there was so many like similarities among subject and the mood that I was capturing and framing that I hadn't seen before, because I was taking this digital approach that wasn't enabling me to see the wide scope of what I was creating. Instagram is a great tool to share your work, but at the same time, it doesn't allow you to fully explore, you know, long-term projects. Seeing, you know, it could, but the way I was using it, it was not. It was making me focus on very short-sighted goals, and regrettably, how many likes could I get? It was creating this sort of false validation for my work that was really kind of just, in lack of a better term right now, kind of giving me like this sort of boost or, you know, high that was like, yeah, you know, people really love my work, but in the end, you know, it really kind of left me depressed and, you know, downtrodden. And I knew that this is I needed a change, really, really bad. So, you know, kind of seeing these similarities, it gave me like I guess a pat on the back, a self pat on the back, like that I did it on my own, not through other people, to see my work like that. So recently I've been kind of taking more of a hiatus from social media and focusing on physical work. I've recently been printing a lot of my photos on 4x6, putting them, or making like 4x6 prints and making kind of little collections on my wall, just to see them in person. It was something I think that every artist really should get on board with, because feeling like that is not something I would ever want on anyone. Not feeling good about your work really blows. So kind of taking that same sort of concept and going into my indie work, I don't really have an intention right now of doing the same method. I know that I have a lot of great images, but I don't really want to share them right now. I'm gonna make prints and I'm gonna approach it from a physical manner. Eventually I'm gonna start making contact sheets about it, and you know, and inevitably I'll start releasing or posting scans of it, or putting maybe something on my website. But you know, I'm really glad to be out of this funk, and because it's been haunting me for quite some time now, and I'm glad to be kind of making videos again. I got a few ideas for future videos that I'm gonna get to it, and definitely before winter kind of settles into New York, because I don't want to be making videos out in the cold. That's gonna suck. Let me know what your thoughts are on the subject of addressing a kind of a creative depression, and how do you get out of it? What things do you avoid, and what things do you do in order to keep yourself motivated and keeping going? Looking forward to New York City traffic. There's always somebody honking. Anyways, I'm looking forward to talking with you and making more videos. Until I catch you next time, happy shooting, and talk to you later.